What if I told you that the modern United States, the country of skyscrapers, billion-dollar companies, and global power, was not always like this? Just 150 years ago, America was broken, divided, and struggling to rebuild itself after a devastating civil war. But within just 50 years, everything changed. This is the story of how America was reborn. The year is 1870. The Civil War has ended, but the nation is still deeply wounded. The South lies in ruins. Cities are destroyed. Families are broken. In the North, factories are slowly coming back to life, but the economy is unstable. America is one country again, but it doesn't feel united yet. Still, something powerful is beginning. A revolution, not of war, but of industry. Railroads start spreading across the country like a giant web. For the first time in history, people can travel across America in days instead of months. Goods move faster, cities grow, trade explodes. But this progress has a cost. Railroad workers, many of them immigrants, work in dangerous conditions for very low wages. Behind every mile of steel track, there is human struggle. And while a few men become extremely rich, millions work just to survive. Between 1870 and 1920, America also becomes the land of immigrants. More than 20 million people arrive from Europe, Italy, Ireland, Germany, Poland, Russia. They enter through Ellis Island in New York, carrying nothing but hope. They are escaping poverty, war, and hunger. But America is not easy. They live in crowded buildings, work long hours in factories, face discrimination. Still, slowly, something changes. They begin to form a new identity. Not just Italian, not just Irish, but American. As the nation grows, factories rise everywhere. Steel, oil, and electricity begin to change daily life. Cities like New York and Chicago grow upward, not outward. Skyscrapers begin to appear for the first time. Lights glow in the streets at night. A modern world is being born. But inside the factories, life is harsh. 12 to 16-hour workdays are normal. Children work alongside adults. Accidents are common. There are no strong labor protections. This leads to anger. Workers begin to organize. Strikes and protests spread across the country. They demand better wages, safer conditions, and fair treatment. But change does not come easily. Some protests turn violent. Some are crushed. Still, the labor movement is born, and it will shape the future of America. By the early 1900s, America is no longer the same country. It is now an industrial superpower. Skyscrapers define the skyline. Subways move millions of people. Electricity powers cities day and night. And big business controls much of the economy. Names like Carnegie and Rockefeller represent extreme wealth and power. But at the same time, reformers begin to rise. People start asking important questions. Should corporations have unlimited power? Should workers have rights? Should children be allowed to work? This becomes the progressive era, a time of reform and change. By 1920, America has transformed completely. Women gain the right to vote. Cities are modern and powerful. The economy is one of the strongest in the world. Millions of immigrants have helped shape a new culture. The United States is no longer a young, struggling nation. It is becoming a global power. But this transformation came with a price. Behind the progress were workers who suffered. Behind the wealth were deep inequalities. And behind the success was sacrifice. So when we look at modern America today, we are not just seeing a country. We are seeing 50 years of struggle, ambition, pain, and rebirth. From 1870 to 1920, America didn't just grow. It was completely transformed. And the story doesn't end here.